Hello friends, I'm back here with you all again with the next tense, that is perfect tense. But before we start with the topic, let me just remind you all that in case you like this video, then please share it with your friends. Might be they also like it. And of course, just to appreciate my work, you can give me a thumbs up. So here we start with the next tense, that is perfect tense. Perfect tense. There are three kinds of perfect tenses. The first one is present perfect tense. Second is past perfect tense. And the third one is future perfect tense. So let us now start with the first one. That is present perfect tense. We use present perfect tense to express an action completed in the past but linked with the present. So something which has been completed in the past but it is still linked with the present. Let us take an example for this. The traffic police have declared a heavy penalty for those who violate traffic rules. So something which has already been declared but it is still linked with the present. We use this tense to express an action that began in the past and is continuing in the present. Something that started in the past, but it is still going on. For example, she has lived in this house for 10 years. She started living in this house 10 years ago and she's still living. So something that started in the past and is still continuing. We use this tense to express an action that has just been completed. Something that has just been completed. To express such a thing, we again use present perfect tense. For example, she has just finished her project. She's just now done this. We use this tense to express past events for which the exact time is not given. So, to talk about something which has already been done, which has happened in the past, but the exact time is not given to us. For example, we have fulfilled our responsibility. We use this tense also to refer to news. So, if you need to quote something, if you need to use something or to talk about something that you read in the news or heard in the news, then to refer such things, we use present perfect tense. For example, the president has pardoned some convicted criminals. Now tell me one thing. Can you find something common in all these sentences? Something which is different, might be a word which has been used in all these sentences. Yes, there are two such words, has and have. So that means in present perfect tense sentences, you either have to use the word has or have. Has will be used in case of singulars and have for plurals. And can you see something else too? Yes, there is one more thing that is there in all these sentences. Observe the verb. The verb in all these sentences is in its third form. That means the participle form. Declared, lived, finished, fulfilled, pardoned. All these are third form of verbs. Okay, so that means in present perfect tense, we use the word has or have followed by third form of verb. So let us now discuss the form of sentences in present perfect tense. In present perfect tense, your sentence will always include two things as we discussed. The first thing is it will either have has or have in it. And the second thing will be verb in its third form. What is third form? The participle form of the verb. Now the question arises, where do we use has and where do we use have? It is very simple. Whenever we are talking about something which is singular, then we use has, and in case we are talking about something which is plural, that means the subject, if it is plural, we will use have. But there is one simple trick that I want you all to remember, and that trick is, these words I and you. They are naughty ones. They do not follow any rule and they do what they want to do. So in present perfect tense, in case your subject is I or you, they will always use have with them. Now I means one person, singular. So that means it should be using has. But you know I is a naughty one, not following rules. So I says no. I will use have with me. I am a unique one. So I have. And you also. You can be used for both singulars and plurals. In case we're talking to somebody who's one person, then also we'll use you. And if we're talking to 2-3 people together, then also we'll use you only. In that case, you will always take have with it. So you need to remember this. And verb is simple. Verb will always be in its third form. Let us take an example now. We have seen this movie. Now, in this sentence, what is the subject? Subject is we. We is plural. So, with plurals, we always use have. So, we have. And what is the third form of this verb see? It is seen. So, we have used third form of verb over here. We have seen this movie. Simple enough? Moving on to the next one, past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used to describe an action that was completed before another action took place. Let us take an example for the same. The girls had slept before grandma returned from the market. Now the first action was girls. What happened to these girls? They had slept. And this action was completed before the second action. That is before grandma's return, the girls had slept. So whenever one action is completed before the other action, for such sentences we use past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is also used to report a completed action in the past. Something that happened in the past and is already over, completed. So, such actions are represented using past perfect tense. For example, Ajay told me that he had won a prize. So, somewhere in the past, Ajay had won a prize. It's pretty simple. Past perfect tenses are very simple to understand and to use. Now tell me, what special thing did you observe in these two sentences? Yes, again, two things are there. The first one, in both the sentences, there is a special word that has been used, and that special word is had. That means in past perfect tense, we will always use had. Whether we are talking about singular or plural subject, in both the cases we will use had. And the second thing is again the same as the last one, that is verb will always be in its third form. Slept, won, they both are in their third form. That means the form of past perfect tense will be, first thing that you need to use is had, and the second simple thing is verb in its third form. Let us take an example for this now. I had taken the newspaper. Now see, I have purposely used the subject I over here, because I told you now, I is a naughty one. But here, I is not being able to play naughty. Why? Because whether we are talking about a singular subject or a plural subject, in any case, we just have to use had for past perfect tense. So whether you have you as the subject, whether you have I as the subject, whether you have we as the subject, they as the subject, does not matter. You will always use had for past perfect tense, followed by verb in its third form. And here the third form of take is taken. I had taken the newspaper. So this action has already been completed in the past. Moving on to the last one, that is future perfect tense. This tense is used to indicate an action which will be completed before a certain time in future. That means there is something that is just going to be completed before some specific time in the future. We can explain this better by using this example. They will have finished serving food by the time you reach the restaurant. So in this sentence, we are talking about something that will happen in the future, but we are certain that by this time that work will be over. Now in this sentence, can you see something new? I mean, is there something different or a new word introduced in this sentence? Yes, there are two new words introduced in this sentence, and they are will and have. We use will and have, both of them together, in future perfect tense. And as we already know, in perfect tenses, verb is always in its third form, that is the participle form. And the participle form of the verb finish is finished. That is why finished has been used over here. So they will have finished serving food by the time you reach the restaurant. So the form of a sentence in future perfect tense is simple enough. You just have to use will have along with the third form of verb. That is it. Let us take another example for the same. The baby will have gone to sleep by evening. So here the subject is the baby, which does not matter whether your subject is singular or plural. You will just use will have for future perfect tense along with the third form of verb, that is gone. Go, went, gone. So gone is the third form of verb over here. The baby will have gone to sleep by evening. Now let us quickly revise whatever we've learned in this video. Yes, this video is about perfect tense. There are three kinds. The first one is present perfect tense. Now, to frame a sentence in present perfect tense, we need to add a special word. That special word will either be has or have. If the subject is singular, then we will use has. And if it is plural, we will use have. Past perfect tense. Now, past perfect tense is very, very simple. In past perfect tense, we just have to use had. No confusion at all. Whether the subject is singular or plural does not matter. We will simply use had. Future perfect tense. It is again very simple. In future perfect tense also, we have no confusion at all. Whether singular or plural subject, you will just have to use will have. And remember, once you've chosen the correct special word, after that, this has to follow with a verb. And verb in which form? Third form of verb. That is all you need to do, and you can easily frame sentences in perfect tense. With this, we come to the end of this video, that is of perfect tense. I am sure that you must have understood what perfect tense is. Thank you so much for being with me in this video, and thank you for all your comments that you keep dropping and helping me to prepare more things that you need. Bye for now, and we'll get back with each other very soon. Till then, do not forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Bye-bye.